What's up guys, Blue Bridge here, doing a video from my car back to the old days. And today I'm doing a quick video about our upcoming match against Crystal Palace, which will be played this evening. And is it going to be a Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde performance? And is Thiago Silva going to be playing? So many questions that need to be answered. So I'm doing this video 1 year older. Yesterday I celebrated another birthday, so thank God for allowing me to see another year. And so today, this evening, we take on Crystal Palace. Some results went our way, others didn't. Brighton lost, Aston Villa lost, but then Man U won. So Newcastle won. So we need to, if we have any hopes of getting top 6 this year, this is a must-win game against a decimated Crystal Palace. We've got our injuries, but they've got injuries to their key players, and unlike us, who when we got injuries, we can just about manage. But they've got no Elise, no Eze. That's the driving force. No Gueye at the back. So for the first time this year, they're going to have a different defensive partnership. Joel Ward is still out, so loads and loads of injuries they've got at the moment. So this is a great opportunity for us to put in a good performance. But you know what Chelsea are like, the games that we're not supposed to win, like Aston Villa, no one gave us a chance of beating Aston Villa, but we won the game. And the games that everyone thinks that we should be winning, guess what, we don't win. So I don't know what Chelsea we're going to get today. Are we going to have as I said in the intro, is it going to be a Dr. Jekyll or is it going to be a Mr. Hyde? We are the most bipolar team in the Premier League. We've had some good performances. The Villa one, I don't know, where did that come from? We've had good performances against both Liverpool and Manchester City as well, but then we've had some shockers. We look at the one last week against Wolverhampton Wanderers, we look at Newcastle, we look at Manchester United. So, and we've got some in between matches where we've played okay but just haven't been able to finish, but the performances have been all right. But against Aston Villa on Wednesday, we saw what could be. But I said after the match review I did for that game, we need consistency now. There's no point in putting in that sort of performance to be followed up by a lackluster performance against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are in trouble as well. They're going through a bad run of form. They haven't beaten us for what, 12, 13 outings. So don't make this a game where they beat us, guys. We need to be on top of our game. And the thing is, our good performance, and I'm not knocking Thiago Silva. A lot of people think because you're being critical of Thiago Silva that they'll disrespect him. No, this is the reality now, because if we don't play a back three for Thiago Silva, then I think he is a bit of a liability now, because we have to drop our lines lower. Pochettino likes to play a high press. We can't play that high press with Thiago Silva in the team, because it doesn't allow us to allow us to the pace when people are attacking us at pace. You saw how Neto destroyed him with the pace as well, so it sort of disrupts the back line when he plays. So that's a bit of a conundrum. So my view on it is, like, if we want to be this front foot attacking high press type team, then we need athletic younger centre backs. And I'm not saying that he hasn't got a part to play. He's still got his experience and everything else. We look at John Terry, this is when what was his name, Antonio Conte, and in that season he phased John Terry out. So John Terry didn't play a lot that season, but he was still valuable in the dressing room for morale and everything else. So he went to Aston Villa after that. But that season, because his legs were going a bit, we couldn't afford to have him in our back line, although we were playing with three at the back, because we realised that he wasn't the player that he used to be. And sometimes you've got to come to that realisation as, look, okay, as good a pro that someone's been, maybe their time is up. And now this season we've seen quite a few mistakes by Thiago Silva, but we've seen he's still a good last-ditch defender at times. So, and he's still good to come on to give us a little bit of experience and everything else. So it's not about discarding him fully, it's about managing him and just letting him just play now and again, and just to add in a bit of experience. And the other thing about Thiago Silva as well is that because we've in the last few matches we've had 2 games a week. He's 39 years old, so the rigors of the Premier League is quite demanding. And as the season has gone on, as he started to show his age a bit now that the season, okay, we haven't played as many games because we're not in Europe, but as the season has gone on, you know, his legs are not going to be able to take it anymore. So, you know, as I said before, I'm not being disrespectful for him, but I just think it's time now in the sort of business end of the season to kind of phase him out and manage what games that he needs to play for us. So I'm hoping that Enzo can follow up on that excellent performance that he had, Caicedo as well. And I'll keep Nicholas Jackson. I thought it worked quite well, Nicholas Jackson on that left-hand side. I hope he doesn't put Raheem Sterling in again. This match is going to say a lot about Pochettino and his ambitions. Is he going to see what worked for us against Villa, or is he going to go back to type by putting Silva and Sterling in back into the side? So, you know, we're going to learn a lot by his team selections in a few hours' time. Yeah, so I'm keeping it short, as I said, because the match is going to be in less than less than 6 hours. So, what do you guys think? You know, do you agree with me, or am I being a bit harsh on Thiago Silva? Put your comments in the section below. Are you expecting a Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde performance? Do you think it's going to be a masterclass from Chelsea, or are we going to be back to being frustrated again? As I said, comments in the section below. And don't forget, as always, guys, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications to be notified every time I make a new video. So take care. Bye bye.